Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about pre-orders. Now this isn't going to be a rant video, and I'm not going to yell at the camera about pre-orders or people that pre-order or why stores shouldn't be doing pre-orders. I'm not going to yell. And I'm going to try my best not to go off the rails and start cussing at everyone. Now, first, let's get into this. What exactly is a pre-order? Now, things have changed over time. Pre-orders, the whole reason they were started was because when a store like Blockbuster or Walmart or Radio Shack or something had a really popular item, stores would actually sell out of these items because of its popularity. Now, that's where pre-orders came in. You could come pre-purchase the item so you could be guaranteed to get it the day it came out. Now, when it comes to video games, this isn't the days of Blockbuster anymore. This isn't the days of your local game store. This is now totally commercialized. You have a set store chain, such as GameStop. And I don't know where it might be in other states, but GameStop for sure is around the country in America. GameStop does not run out of games. They don't ever run out of games. They don't ever run out of product. The only time this ever happened that I ever saw in GameStop when they started running out of things is when they decided to stop selling certain games, certain consoles, and things like that. There's no reason anymore for this pre-order system, because nowhere have I seen since the frickin' early 2000s has a game ever been sold out of a store. Now, and this is excluding, specialized content, specialized bonus Game of the Year editions, anything special like that. That's excluding that because those are different. Those are actual special products. Now that we've covered pre-orders, I want to cover pre-order incentive. Now, pre-order incentive is the thing that GameStop and other stores are starting to do now. So, a pre-order incentive is if you go in and instead of just pre-ordering the game, because we all know it's bullshit, are gonna run out. The pre-order incentive means that now when you go to pre-order a game, instead of just putting your money down to guarantee you're gonna get the product, which you're gonna get either way, pre-order or not, you'll get something special on the side. Special I use very loosely because it doesn't matter. This could be a collector's item. This could be special DLC codes for the game, such as map packs or specialized weapons or specialized costume packs. Pre-order incentive also means with games like such as Call of Duty, you can get the first dibs on a map pack, or you can get first dibs on special content that's going to be released only if you pre-order the game, right? Supposedly. Now, when I did my GameStop rant video, the GameStop rant again video, at the end of the video I was talking about how I went in to get Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, I didn't pre-order the game because I don't pre-order games. There's no reason to anymore. I didn't pre-order the game. I walked in and I walked out with the pre-order edition of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Day Zero edition. Now, this just goes to show that they had so many copies of not only regular Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but the pre-order edition that they didn't even switch boxes at the desk. They just were handing them out because screw it, right? Pre-orders now don't make sense to me because, first of all, a costume pack is not going to help you be better at a game. It's really just a really bullshit ploy to get you to buy more earlier. A few years ago, let's go back to 2008 when Fallout 3 came out, or we can go to when BioShock came out. You pre-order the game, you get a special either like sticker or poster, a keychain, a toy, actual collector's item. I haven't seen a collector's item for a game come out with a pre-order edition of a game in years. The only thing I see now is digital content that comes out, and the digital content isn't really worth me putting down money. It's not worth putting down money, and I'll tell you why. If you went and pre-ordered Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, all the stuff that you pre-ordered is eventually going to be either for free on the Xbox Live or the PSN, or it's going to be marked down ridiculously cheap, like 50 cents, when the game hits more than a year of being out. Now let's talk about why pre-ordering is bad for gaming. Terrible for the gaming community. It's terrible for gaming in a whole. First, you're giving money to a store that you may not like if you pre-order, such as GameStop. If you pre-order from GameStop, GameStop not only gets that pre-order money, but you are also giving money to the developer for a game that's not even done. You're paying for a product that's not released, that you haven't gotten to try. And you know what really disgusts me about this is there used to be a time where game companies, before they came out with their game, they released a demo for the game. You know, the only time I've ever seen a demo be released for a big game now is if it's a AAA title, such as Destiny. This is shady tactics in my opinion, because now we get less demos and pre-orders are through the roof. Why is that? Because they don't want you to see how bad the game is. If there was a demo released, or actual, if there was a demo released for the latest Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft might have been able to save themselves the hassle of releasing a broken game. When Alien Colonial Marines came out, if the actual product on the demo was released, people would know that they were full of shit when the game came out. That's just a fact. You can't argue that. I'm seeing more and more now, and I'm getting more and more irritated with this whole pre-order incentive and pre-order system. Because all I see now are games being able to be pre-ordered a whole year in advance. My example for this, and I was just blown away by how stupid you could be to get this right now, is the new game Until Dawn that is coming out. If you didn't see what Until Dawn looks like, it looks cool. The world premiere for Until Dawn came out on the Video Game Awards. We all saw it near the end. The trailer looked cool, right? Made you look like, oh, this might be a good game. But all it was a giant cutscene. It was no in-game footage or anything like that, and I don't know how people could be so blind to want to pre-order this game. This game is available for pre-order now. Right now, this month in January. This game does not come out until the 31st of December. This year, the last day of 2015. That is the day the game comes out. What the... Why would you get this now? And why in the hell would it be an option for you to pre-order it now? You know for a fact that the game is not even near completion yet if it's not going to be out until the end of the year. And that is if it comes out at the end of the year. That's just what it says on the PSN, that it's going to be out on the 31st of December. We all know well and good that this game could be pushed back until mid-2016 if it needed to be. I would like to know when pre-ordering became a whole crowdfunding sort of deal, because now pre-order to me is nothing but a giant Kickstarter scam. Pre-ordering to me is nothing but a giant Kickstarter scam set up by GameStop and the big corporations of Sony and Microsoft. It doesn't make sense to me. How could a game that's not coming out till the end of the year be able to be pre-ordered now? Especially digitally. That's so stupid. They're not going to run out of the game digitally. And I know for God as my witness knows that GameStop's not going to run out of that game. The next thing I want to talk about, the next game I'd like to touch on, which I think is a disgusting policy. I think it's so blatantly retarded. Resident Evil is coming out in a week. The first Resident Evil HD is coming out in a week. I want to get it. But the thing that drives me nuts is seeing that the only way you can get it cross-platform on the PlayStation is if you pre-order it on the PlayStation 4. What kind of crap is that? You gotta pay $20 for the game on PlayStation 4 in order to be able to play it on your PS3. And that, the only way you can do it is to pre-order it. It's not like, oh, I'll just wait for it to come out and I'll just get it on my PS3. No big deal. Why are you getting so mad? No, it is not that way. The only way you can get it on your PS3 is if you pre-order the fucking game through your PlayStation 4. They want the money early, and they're gonna hold hostage your rights to play it on your other console. That is utter and complete bullshit if I had ever heard it in my life. I would just like to know, to the people that still pre-order games, what are you really accomplishing by putting money down early on a game? I don't understand. You're not getting special collector's edition toys, you're not getting posters, you're not getting stickers even. Why would you pre-order it? No one is gonna run out. The game is gonna be there a week after, and you could still get the pre-ordered edition with the extra content. I have proven it. And I would like to know what is going through your head, Sony, doing this unfair tactic to people, making them pre-order the game, making the money be put down early if they want to play it cross-platform. Did everyone just seem to forget Alien Colonial Marines? I know I said I would let it go and stop talking about this game by now, but it is still the shining turd on top of shit mountain. Proof of why you don't pre-order games, proof of how you don't trust anything that the developer or the publisher has to say until you try the game in your own hands. Everybody, including the big game journalism companies, IGN and Game Informer, everyone, Kotaku, everybody was fooled by their E3 demo, weren't they? I sure was. Now, everything that they had to show was great. Why was there never a demo released for that game? Why did no one ever get to try the game before it came out? Pre-orders were sure available by that point, weren't they? You can look at the best looking cutscene trailer in the world. It doesn't matter. Alien Colonial Marines trailer, that looked pretty amazing. You can see it right now, it's playing behind me. Looks good, doesn't it? But here's what the game actually looked like. Utterly disgusting. I really want this game Until Dawn to be good. By the cutscene, the game looked like it was going to be really good. But that's all it was a cutscene. But pre-orders are being taken now. You can pay full price for that game right now. You won't get it till the last day of the year, if it comes out. I'm repulsed by this. And now it seems that other companies are starting to take notice of this pre-order incentive deal. Starting to take notice of how this system is actually working for other companies, when in reality all it's doing is over the gamers, the consumer. How long is it gonna be until Steam and Valve start adopting this system, making it their own. And then we're going to see more and more games greenlit on Steam because of crowdfunding and pre-orders. That's why there's a greenlit system on Steam. You know, we get to vote just by looking if the game is good, and you know, if there's no gameplay footage at all of the game on Steam, people usually don't vote for it. If it's a giant cutscene, that's it. I'm not going to vote yes for it. You all need to be a lot more vigilant with what you're doing, because all you're going to do is not only hurt yourself and hurt your own wallet, but you're going to start taking away from everyone else in the same community as you. And then pretty soon, we're only going to have ourselves to blame in the end. Right now, it's not too late to stop pre-ordering games and showing these companies and showing these publishers and these developers that no, you are not going to get my money until I have had a chance to play this game. Make a demo for it. Have you noticed now when you get magazines in the mail, or if you go and buy a magazine at a store now, there's no demo discs released with Game Informer or Xbox Magazine or PC Magazine anymore? Why? The pre-order is sure there for you to get, but why is there no demos for these games ever released? I'll tell you why. Because the pre-ordering system is working. That is why. They're having to do less work, and it's apparent. It's shown in multiple games. Multiple games with broken multiplayer, with buggy with games that are so broken you can't even play them without them bugging out. We need to start holding these companies responsible. They're choosing to make the game. Pre-ordering is broken. It shouldn't even be called pre-ordering anymore, because the whole point of the pre-order system has been obsolete since like 2005. If you've noticed, everything is almost digital now. Blockbuster's gone, Hollywood Video's gone, all of the mom and pop stores of video games are almost dead. Unless you go to the flea market and find some guy that's going to charge you up the ass for a game. You know, in all honesty, I have no problem with a pre-order incentive. I really don't. If the pre-order incentive is actually me getting a product and the game as well, you know, that's fine. That's okay to me, in my opinion. If the next Fallout game or the next Doom game was to come out with a pre-order edition and I get a Vault-Tec toy or a freaking Doom poster or something cool like that, you know what? I'll go ahead and pre-order it for that. That is worth me putting the money down just to get that. But you don't even see that anymore. The bare minimum you could get with a pre-order now is just a DLC. Maybe. My advice is for everyone, stop pre-ordering. Let's see what these companies can do with their own money on their own time, and if the games need to be pushed back, you know, that's not our fault. The games need to be fixed, then they need to be fixed before they come out. Our money should not be the reliant factor whether the game is going to be released on time, or whatever excuse could be thrown out by them to make it seem like we're the enemy, but we're the ones buying the game. If everyone could just look at it for what it is, it's basically a giant scam. Pre-ordering is nothing but a giant scam now. I don't know how everything has become a giant Kickstarter for games, crowdfunding, Patreon, whatever the hell you want to say, fan funding. It doesn't matter. These companies don't need our money before it comes out to make their game. That is what the developer and the publisher are supposed to get from whatever company that they're licensing through for the game. You know, that it's not our responsibility. We're gonna buy the game. If the game is a piece of shit, then they're gonna see their sales drop dramatically, and then they're gonna be in trouble. I mean, it just goes to show, you pre-order your pre-order the game, and that's already sales in their pocket they're going to use at the end of the year, showing their quarterly projections for the game. And if they try to hide and say, oh, we just want to know because we're trying to predict how many games we should actually make, how many physical copies, that's all bullshit. You know that they're shipping out hundreds of thousands of games all over the country to make sure this game gets sold, no matter what the game is, no matter how shitty it is. The only time this ever happens is if the game is a real giant piece of shit, like Digimon All-Star Rumble. I had to go to 3 different GameStops to find that one, and they only had 1 copy. But for big AAA title games like Call of Duty or Until Dawn or anything like that, they're going to have so many copies of that game that they're not going to sell them out for, if ever. So those are my thoughts on pre-ordering and why everyone should stop pre-ordering the games. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, rating, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next game review.